Harinam Sankirtan. Thank you very much.
That really blew the roof off.
Trying.
The Quakers will become structural people.
They'll be quaking in their boots. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for that, the Transcendental Choir. Very nice to see you all. Thank you for coming out on this miserable night to welcome our guests from Folkestone, and also from the Manor and Dim Church.
Dim Church is not much dim at the moment, it's very bright.
So I think in the usual way we should all raise a thank you very much for coming and making the effort to come. Godruma Bihari. Put your hands in the air, please, and shout very loudly 3 Haribols. Haribo! 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 Now I'm quaking now, and I'm worn out now.
To welcome Govinda and Godruma Bihari Das. They've come all the way from the Manor to come and see us today. And Godruma is filling in at the last minute for a speaker that unfortunately couldn't make it. So he's...
That's the story of my life.
Can anybody guess where Govinda Prabhu is from?
Yes, he's from Nepal.
Oh, Nepal, okay.
That's cheating yet? Those who know cannot say.
It's not that he doesn't have any pals. He's got lots of pals, but he's from Nepal. So everyone knows me. I'm at the Manor for a long time. I'm part of the furniture there. We went to the some place and met a gentleman there, English gentleman, and I said, "Can you show us the direction to somewhere?" And he showed us, and we said, "Oh, how long have you lived here? You know, how long have you been coming to this place?" He said, "I'm part of the furniture." So when you're part of the furniture, then you have been there a long time. So anyway, what chapter are you on the Bhagavad Gita at the moment? 14 and 15. So put your hand up, anybody that's read chapter 19. No, because at the Manor, after the midday Arati, I said to the guests, I said, "Who's got a Bhagavad Gita? Put your hand up if you have a Bhagavad Gita." So many hands went up. But then I said, "Okay, keep your hand up if you regularly read the Gita." And then many hands went down. Then I said, "Put your hand up if you regularly put the Gita on your shelf." And many hands went up. So then I said it was supposed to be self-realization, not shelf-realization. It's nice, you got Bhagavad Gita on your shelf, it's a good start, you know. And one house I went to, very big, nice house, he had a teak bookshelf, and he had many books and scriptures there, and so I thought he must be a scholar, he must be a pandit, you know. But when I went close, I want to give it to him.
Don't fight over it.
So when I went close to the bookshelf, I saw a Bhagavad Gita there, and I saw some other of Srila Prabhupada's books. I said, "When did you get these?" He said, "About 4 years ago." So I said, "You still got the cellophane on the Gita. You haven't taken the cellophane off." He said, "It's Bhagavad Gita as it is." I said, "Well, don't leave it as it is. You know, get the cellophane off and start to read it." I mean, they are spiritual books, so even if you keep them in your house on the shelf, even with the cellophane on, they give off a certain amount of energy, like a deity. So you do get some benefit. But if you take the cellophane off and you open it and you read it, then you get much more benefit, you know, how to deal with all the problems in material life, you know, and how to attain the supreme destination, etc. So anyway, those are some of those things. So we meet. So I said it to these guests, and I said, "Okay, who's read chapter 19? So one lady put her hand up, a middle-aged lady. So I said, "Okay, can you tell us what chapter 19 is about?" She said, "Well, I can't really remember." I said, "The reason you can't remember is there is only 18 chapters." So everyone was laughing. So we kind of sometimes we have some fun with people, and but we can share the knowledge as well. So you're on chapter 14 and 15.
No, chapter 2, verse 14.
Oh, chapter 2, verse 14 and 15. Okay. Does anybody know the Sanskrit for chapter 2, text 13? Okay. Nice and loud, nice and loud. Yes. And translation?
As your body cell continuously passes in this body from born into youth to old age, the soul suddenly passes into another body of death. So the person is not always at such a change.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. And then chapter 2, text 14, anyone know? Matra Spashas. Okay, Matra Spashas Takunteya Sitosna Sukutukata Gama Pano Nityas Tam Tatikshastra Bharata. Anybody know the translation? Translation, please.
Matras Prasasta Kaunteya Sitasna Sukadagada Agama Paini Testam Stistas Bharata. This I cannot say the exact translation like Prabhuji, but the translation to the verse is those devotees who are not bewildered by such a change of the moving body which is from both. Yeah. So Matras Prasast Kaunteya Sitasna Sukha Dukkha means either in the winter or in the summer, like this, happiness and distress come one after the other. Those who are not bewildered by the happiness or the distress, just like it's very windy, it's winter, it's raining, but it will not stay like this permanent. June and July will come up as well, and there will be nice sunshine, and not just sunshine, there will be extreme heat, and then we will start complaining, why is there so much heat? When the winter coming? When the leaves start to fall? So those people who understand that nothing in the life is permanent, like the end of the summer brings the winter, just like that, end of the distressing moments will bring the happiness in the life. Those people who are not bewildered by such a change, those people who are dhir, those people who are tolerant are the real knowers of the Gitas. So Krishna is saying this verse as a translation, as an answer to Arjuna's question. Arjuna is asking, why do I have to fight this battle? Because I see my family and relatives over there on the other side, and then now I am bewildered that of my duties. I'm a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya's duty is to fight the war. And now he is going to fight the biggest, like the greatest war of all time. We've heard Mahabharata is the greatest war. So he is already, he is full of like arrows, and then his Gandiva, the bow is there as well. He's all ready. But then when he saw that on the other side, his cousin brothers are there, his guru is there, Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, his spiritual master, teacher, every single one is there on the other side. Who would hear, like not kill, but slap your guru, one guru? We cannot even slap our guru, right? So Arjuna is put up there in the spot, and then he's been asked to kill them, So he's just bewildered that what should I do, because he's saying my hands are trembling, I do not know what to do. Oh Krishna, I accept you as my guru. Please instruct me in this very bewildering time. Please instruct me. And as the answer to these questions, Krishna is saying Dehinosmin yatha dehe matras prasasta kaunteya. And then he's explaining what is the soul, what is the nature of soul, who are you, what is your duty in the material world, what are the things that you have to do. And the previous sloka in Dehinosmin yatha dehe, he's saying the nature of the soul is it moves from the youth age to adulthood, and adulthood to the old age, and finally dies. And in the next verse, in this one, the 14th verse, Krishna is saying that the non-permanence of the happiness and distress is like the summer and the winter. Those who can tolerate it, he is the one who is intelligent, he is the one who is dhir vyakti. And Dhir means very tolerant.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so we're going to do Bhagavad Gita today, but in a slightly different way. So anyway, who's good at shuffling cards? Are you good at cards? Okay, so we have something. I don't know if any of you seen these Bhagavad Gita cards before. Yeah, anybody seen them? They're not from the casino anyway. Okay, so can you shuffle? What's your name? Akshay. Akshay. Okay. Can you shuffle them like that? Keep them face down that way. Yeah, so we're shuffling them, and then Akshay is going to go around. He's going to fan them out like this. So then you have to pick one each, but you have to keep it face down until we ask you to reveal what it is. So this is okay. You can be the reader. So this is Bhagavad Gita, but in a slightly different way.
Bhagavad Gita, which Bhagavad Gita?
Huh?
Casino Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, because sometimes we do the programs regularly in some places and they think, oh no, here they come again, like that. And they fall asleep, they say, but yeah, just keep it face down, one each, only one each, yeah.
That's your
And then we'll come to you. So what it is this is Krishna's message to you today. So whatever it says on that card, when you turn it over, that's Krishna's message for you today. And then when you read what it says, you can share it with us, and then we'll go to this little book, which is taking verses from the Bhagavad Gita and explaining something about that. So it's very interesting. And the devotees are known as Bhagavad eaters, because they eat a lot of prasad. One day I was sitting in the garden and there was a feast at the manor, and one devotee from Leicester called Gurudas, I don't know if any of you know him, you know him. So he had his plate piled up like that, like a small Govardhan hill. So then I said, Gurudas, is that all for you? He said, no, Prabhu. He said, I'm doing prasadam distribution. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, there are many living entities in my body. I'm feeding and things are getting prasadam. Yeah, so, this is it, because I didn't shuffle the cards and I didn't give you the card. So which one you have, that's by divine arrangement. And when we ask you, one by one we'll ask you to turn it over and tell us what it says on that card, and then that's a message for you, and then we'll elaborate on it on the Gita. And also if you have any questions, you can ask. We'll try to answer it. So this is Bhagavad Gita, but slightly different way.
Let me tell you how did we get the cards. So this is very interesting. As we go through, you will find it resonating with your life as well. And also, this is something interesting. Like always, whenever it's Bhagavad Gita class, then people start to yawn in the back.
Bhagavad Gita class is sure cure for insomnia.
Yeah, sure cure for insomnia. Yeah, so whoever is having insomnia, if they put in the Bhagavad Gita class, they'll be cured. But jokes apart, these cards, this is very interesting. And then we go to house programs sometimes, go to Sangha programs, and then when we introduce, then people are like, okay, this is very interesting. They find it very funny. They find it very, matching with their own life. So we took it to Scotland. We went to Scotland after Janmashtami. It's a big festival. We went to Scotland, Godruma Bihari.
All the brahmacharis went on a brahmachari trip to Scotland.
So we were there for a few days, and then we wanted to do this Bhagavad Gita with a congregation member in Godruma Bihari in Scotland as well. So the brahmachari were there for like 2 weeks, 13-14 days, but we couldn't be there for the full time. So Godruma Prabhu, me and one other devotee, we have to come back. So we didn't have the chance to do Bhagavad Gita cards. So we gave this to one of the brahmacharis from the manor. We said, look, we didn't get the chance, we have to go back to the manor. Why don't you do it and bring it back? Now we gave it to him, but the time he came back, he didn't get this. He was very kind, he was generous, and he gave the card away to some of the devotees.
That's the only set we had.
That's the only set we had, and this is very interesting, and we cannot find it like in the manner as well. I went to India, I tried to find it. It's very rare. I don't know who prints this.
It's like hen's feet. It's very rare.
And one time we were going through the warehouse, we had like very old books, some old Srimad Bhagavatam sets and other things like Back to God and other things. And we were moving those stuff from one place to another because we need that place empty. On this box, we see this Bhagavad Gita cards, and Godruma Prabhu is so happy that he got the cards back again, because this has been like a thing that connects people in the Sangha, where we don't have to like just one person speak and others listen. Is every single one, you got your cards in the hand. This is Krishna's message from Bhagavad Gita to you today. What he wants you to be. Yeah. Some of you might have some disciplinary things, some of you might have some spiritual things, some of you might have other positive things. Yeah. So this is Krishna's message to you. We'll go every single one at a time, and then we'll read what is the exact meaning of the word that you have in the card in this book that is given. This is by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, yeah.
One last point before we go on. We're not going to do anyway. So there's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yesham Paripasate. What's the last line?
Tesa Nikta Bhyuktana Yogakshama Bahana.
And what's the translation? What does it mean?
Translation is those who are Ananya Bhakta, means those devotees who are always engaged in my thinking. For those devotees, I will give them what they lack, and I will protect what they have. Krishna is saying, I will personally provide what you lack in life, and I will protect what you have already in your life. But the thing is, those who are Ananya, means always constantly thinking and remembering about Krishna, always trying to connect in the yoga system.
So Krishna says in that verse, he maintains for the devotees who are dedicated and always thinking of him and depending on him, then he maintains what they have and he carries what you lack. So then I lost these cards, which were very valuable, but then somehow or other, from an old box somewhere in the warehouse, they came back. So I said that Krishna, he carries what you lack, so he gave us it again. So otherwise we wouldn't have him tonight. Okay, so this is Krishna's message to you. It might be something that you have to work on. It might be something that you need reassurance on, or it might be something that you've already been realizing and it's confirming that. So one by one we'll go around, and you have to turn your card over when we ask you to, and then you read it out really loud what it says. Yeah? Okay, so we'll start with you, Prabhu. What's your name?
Vishwanath.
Vishwanath. Okay, right.
Truthful.
Okay, so turn to the page. Let's see what Krishna has to say about being truthful.
What do you think truthful means? Just give like a few, in like one or two sentences. What do you think that truthful means?
I think truthful is being truthful to oneself beyond anything else. Not having multiple faces, especially towards Krishna, which is towards oneself.
So according to the book, it says truthful. One should not distort the truth for some personal interest. This is the Prabhupada's purport from chapter 16, text 3. It says, austerity of the speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. This is from 1715. A person whose word of honor is never broken is called truthful.
Yeah, very nice, beautiful meaning from the Lord Krishna and the Gita.
Those who are addicted to unrestricted sense enjoyment can never be truthful, nor can they be trusted with any faith. So, to develop truthfulness, we have to follow some regulations. That's why we have these 4 regulative principles Yeah? To become truthful to what we believe in. To regulate the senses is a very important, and regulating starts with the eating. That's why we prohibit like meat and fish, no meat, fish and eggs, or no onion and garlic. And then we prohibit from other sense enjoyment or gratification, like no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. These are all because we want to develop the quality truthful, because those who are truthful only can understand Bhagwan, only can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Say something. Yeah.
Get them all in. Okay. So
Next one. What is
Akshay.
Akshay?
Read aloud.
Exclusively surrendered to Krishna.
Well, that's a beautiful one. Exclusively surrendered to Krishna. How about that one? Eh? That's was it the cream, is it? So what does that mean to you?
Like doing doing service for Krishna with like your heart and not just because you have to.
Oh wow, very nice.
It's not because, not forceful, but from your heart you have to do it.
Or like some people say, oh, do I have to go to the temple? Do I have to clean the floor? Do I have to put my hand in my bead bag?
Yeah. It says, Susukham Godruma Bihari means, Bhakti means, Susukham means you should have fun, you should have joy, pleasure doing the service, not that, okay, yeah, you know, my authorities has asked me to clean this room today after the prasad. It's like, oh no. It's like, okay, yeah, I got a chance to, you know, serve the devotees, I got the chance to put the chairs away. You should be happy in the heart.
If you drag your feet, you know, and do it begrudgingly, it's very painful for us to watch and for you to experience.
So this book says, those who always worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, water, I will accept it. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that as an offering to me. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So these are the processes how we can exclusively surrender unto Krishna. Krishna is saying, Patra Pushpam Phalam Toyam, you offer me these kind of things, these varieties. It doesn't matter if you just have a broken leaf or just water. Water is abundant, yeah, you can find anywhere. You just put like in a pot of water and then offer it to Krishna and he will accept it. You offer your heart, you offer whatever the austerities you're doing, you offer whatever the work you're doing. Yeah, if you are good in painting, then paint pictures of Krishna. If you are good in playing instruments, then you play instruments like harmonium, mridang, kartal for the pleasure of Krishna. Whatever you do good at doing, you do it for Krishna. Yeah. Some people say that I'm not good in anything, I don't have any skills. Said, well, you are very good in earning money, so earn money for Krishna and give it to Krishna. So whatever you do, you just surrender all the things unto Krishna. And this is how you exclusively surrender to him. And the last one says, 1866, the most famous verse of Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam braja aham tam sarva papebhyo moksheshyami masucha. Masucha, please do not fear. If you just abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me, you're coming back to me. Don't worry. And what is yours? What is your name?
Oh, my name's Aishu.
Ashu. Okay. And what does your card say?
Oh, patience.
Well, nice.
Patience. Okay. You've been patiently waiting for 1 and 2 and 3, third time.
Okay, so what does that mean to you, that message? What is it? Is it significant?
I guess so. I mean, especially recently, I've had to be a lot more patient because obviously with rising to A-levels, change doesn't happen overnight.
No.
The improvement is only shown over time, and it is, when you're under a time crunch, it's hard to be patient for that change to happen. So.
Very nice. Yeah. Patience is a virtue, right?
Yeah.
What does the Gita say?
The Gita says, among women I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. When one is fully qualified, yet is humble and gentle, and when one is able to keep one's balance both in sorrow and in the ecstasy of joy, one has the opulence called the patience or kshama. With patience and peace, everything can be done, but if one is agitated by anger, the goal is not achieved.
So with passion, you can do well in the A-levels.
In A levels and in G level, G level means, I think understanding the God level. Okay, what is your name? Priya. What does your card say today?
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness. Well, you look very clean today. That's for sure. Okay. So cleanliness is essential for making advancement in spiritual life. There are two types of cleanliness: the external cleanliness and the internal cleanliness. External cleanliness means taking bath, but for the internal cleanliness, one has to think of Krishna always and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This process cleans the accumulated dust of past karmas from the mind. This is from Bhagavad Gita chapter 13, verse number 12, purport from Srila Prabhupada.
Very nice.
Minal.
Regulated.
What does that mean to you?
We've spoken about
what's Krishna's message to you?
It's a message to me.
Does it mean get it together?
Yeah, pretty much. I think, I've been a bit up and down on it of late, and I think, definitely a message for me just to get back onto the path.
Yeah, because how the card comes to you, we didn't touch it.
You chose it from the whole of the stack.
Yeah, that's it.
So regulated, according to the book, is there is no possibility of one's becoming a yogi if one eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much or sleeps too little, or does not sleep enough. One who is regulated in the habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. This is 6, 16 and 17. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta karmasya chastasu, yukta... so in this one it says, regulate every single thing. There are 4 things mostly we need to regulate. Our eating, whenever we see prasadam, Govardhani, like Guru Ashram. Mine one is like that as well. Well, Srila Prabhupada writes in Upadesamrit that there is no overeating of prasadam. But anyways, we have to regulate our eating habits. And also regulation means we shouldn't be eating meat, fish and eggs. Those kind of things should be avoided. And also about the sleep, we should regulate the sleep, not sleep like very low numbers of hours, or like sleeping from 10 to 10 in the morning.
10 to 10.
And also 2 other areas are recreation and work. Some people work too much. Godruma Prabhu always says about the person who used to fly from Scotland to London every single day for working. He catches first flight from Glasgow to Heathrow and goes back at the last flight. It's like 16 hours, 15 hours of a day you are just working. But only after you regulate your work and recreation, and then we can regulate the sleep, we can regulate the food, eating, we can regulate the work as well sometimes. But what about the recreation? Recreation means that you need something that is apart from your regular life. You need something that will be rejuvenated. For work people, the recreation might be Krishna consciousness. For Krishna conscious people, the recreation might be coming out of the same place that you are. So we, personally, I feel that when I come out of the manor, I feel very recreated. Over here in Rochester in the Kent, I see wonderful devotees. I feel my heart is enjoy right now. Back at the manor, to be honest, I get pulled out from this place, that place, kitchen, reception, this, that. Now, it's very hard to regulate myself. As soon as I enter the temple building, it's like so many things going on and then being pulled out from everywhere. So every so often we go out, visit some sanghas, we go to Scotland sometime, we come to Rochester, we come to somewhere else. That's how we regulate ourselves. Yeah, so it's very important. Okay, I don't want to spend so much time because there's so many cards to go through. Mataji, what is your name?
Kalakanti.
Kalakanti Mataji. What does your card say?
It says tolerance.
Sorry?
Tolerance.
Tolerance. Okay.
So
what does it mean for you?
What does this mean for me?
Mm-hmm.
This is very appropriate for me. My closest blood relatives are very, very difficult, and I'm often asking Lord Krishna, my Lord, why did you give me these difficult souls? Why did you do this? So tolerance is something that I try to practice.
Yeah. Every single one, we feel like, we are the one who's most suffering in this material world, right? We see like the life of others and then it's like, okay, he's okay, she's okay, yeah, he's fine, he's having fun. But why all the pains are to me? Oh Krishna, why? I'm serving you and you're giving pain to me, why is it? And then tolerance is something that we can develop, and then if we are tolerant, if we say that, okay, I was maybe supposed to cut my whole arm off, Krishna has just given me a small cut in the finger. These are the things that we can develop. So book says that before giving up this present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses and check the force of desire and anger, one is well situated and is happy in this world. Those who are beyond the dualities that arise from the doubts, whose minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, and who are free from all sins, achieve liberation in the Supreme. This is from 5:23 to 25. Okay. Should we go this side or that side? Prabhuji, what's your name? What does your card say?
Renunciation.
Renunciation. What does it mean to you, renunciation?
Full surrender unto Krishna. Take shelter of Krishna.
Yeah, give up every single thing and then just surrender it to Krishna, right? Yeah. So, do you know who is the most renunciate person of the whole world?
Krishna.
Yes, you got that right, yeah. So Krishna is Bhagavan, and in the definition of Bhagavan, it is said Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the one who is most renunciate. He is the one who is got most opulence. He's got all the wealth in the world. He's the Lakshmi Pati, he's the owner of Lakshmi Devi, but yet he is the most renunciate as well. So,
if you have nothing to renounce, like at the manor sometimes there's Rolls Royce comes, for a wedding. So, like if someone goes up to the car and says, "I renounce it," you say, "Well, it's not yours." First you got to have something. But Krishna has all opulences, 6 opulences in completeness: wealth, fame, beauty, knowledge, renunciation, whatever, everything. But then he's also detached. That if you have something, and then you can be detached from that something. If you don't have anything.
Those who worship me, giving up all the activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in the devotional service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, 6-7. Real renunciation means that you should always think about. The real renunciation means that you should always think yourself to be a part and parcel of Supreme Lord. So, whatever action you do should be performed for His pleasure. This is the real renunciation. Okay, someone is coming to the temple and saying, okay, I want to donate something. So he is renouncing something. We as a temple or we as a Sangha group, we shouldn't be saying, okay, yeah, we're renunciate people, we don't want your money, go away. Real renunciation means that we use every single thing in the service of Krishna. Yeah, that is real renunciation.
So like somebody might say, somebody is married and he's with the house and a mortgage and children, and he says, oh, I'm going to just renounce it all and come and live at the manor. But that's false renunciation, because he's in that situation. So in that situation, renunciation would mean that he works in such a way that he makes his family Krishna conscious, and he gives some earnings, something from his earnings to please Krishna as a sacrifice. So renunciation can mean different things in different stages of one's life. Not that you just give everything up immaturely. That Krishna won't buy it. Because he was telling Arjuna, you're not ready for a forest or camping. You need to do your duty.
Yeah, like George Harrison, he wanted to renounce everything and then join Srila Prabhupada's army. He came up to Srila Prabhupada and said, I want to join the Hare Krishna movement. But Srila Prabhupada said, look, you're doing very good. Yeah, you are serving the music industry. So why don't, your real renunciation is that you serve the Lord by the music, the skills that you have in the life. Yeah. So he started publishing the albums which are relating to Krishna. This was his real renunciation. Okay, Mataji, what is your name? Okay, here, Kate, okay.
Purification.
Purification. What does it mean to you?
I think it's, off the top of my head, maybe a transition from finding Krishna consciousness, and that transition period, I would say, is purification.
So from before what you were to now which you are is the purification. Okay. So as a blazing fire turns firewood into ashes, so does the fire of the knowledge burn to the ashes all reactions of the material activities. In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of the devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. The whole method of purification is based on giving up lust, greed and anger. When we give up lust, greed and anger, then automatically the purity comes in the heart. And also the purification of the heart, Cheto Darpana Marjana, is chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Yeah, our heart has been accumulating so many sins from so many lifetimes. When we give up all the lust, greed and anger that we have, all these negative things, then and chant Hare Krishna at the same time. Okay, you giving up lust, greed and anger is one thing, but if you don't chant Hare Krishna, then it remains the same. Those things will come back again in due course of time. But if you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it purifies the heart, it cleanses. Like, it's a dusted mirror. You clean, like after you clean, then you can see the darpan, you can see yourself who you are. Now we are covered in this illusion.
Follow the path of Krishna Bhakti and become purified. No, purified, or don't follow the path of Bhakti and remain purely fried.
Purely fried. Okay, Mataji, what is your name? Mila. What is the card say?
Fearless.
Fearless. Are you fearless? Yes.
Sometimes we're going out preaching and we have to approach someone and tell them about Krishna. So we have to fearless.
Yeah. Especially when in book distribution, fearless is something that we have to develop. Krishna Maharaj used to say, like, after every no, there is a potential yes. So you should never be fearful of facing a no from the people. So fearless means one should be fully convinced that Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his localized aspect as Paramatma, is always within. That he is seeing everything and he always knows that what one intends to do. You may feel like, okay, nobody is looking me at the room, yeah, I can do whatever I want. in an empty room. Sometimes the mind plays up, but you should remember Krishna is always there. He is watching and he knows what you want to do. One must thus have firm conviction that Krishna as Paramatma will take care of a soul surrendered to him. That conviction is called abhayam, or fearlessness. That conviction of thinking that Krishna will take care of me if I surrender unto him is called fearlessness.
Right.
Okay, moving on to you. What is your name?
Sukanya.
Sorry? Sukanya. What does your card say?
Kind.
Kind. Wow. Okay. Who can say if Sukanya is kind or not? Everybody feels that Sukanya is kind? Yeah. Okay. Okay, kind. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think oneself a proprietor and is free from false ego, one who is equal to both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in the devotional service with determination, with mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. A devotee is always kind to everyone, even to his enemies. Yeah, like Yudhishthira Maharaj was very kind to his enemies. He was fighting the war according to the laws of the war. Yeah, even though his enemies tried to cheat, tried to, he killed Abhimanyu. They killed Abhimanyu with, what do you call chal and kapat? Yeah, duplicity. And there were so many other things he was facing in life, like the gamble game, so many other things. But Yudhishthira Maharaj had no enemy at all. This Bhagavatam says that the person who does not have enemy was Yudhishthira Maharaj. So we should be very kind for everyone, and those who are kind are dear to Krishna. That's what he is saying in this one. Prabhuji, do you have a card with you? Okay, you are in here. The one with the card. What is your name? Nick. What does your card say?
Without material possessions.
Without material possessions. Okay, so do you think you are without material possessions? Okay, what does it mean to you? What do you think?
I'm going to re-quote someone.
Yeah, sure.
Oscar Wilde said, you should never have anything that you possess that isn't either absolutely practical or beautiful. Not add spiritual to that as well. I think I've got too many things that mean nothing to me. Material possessions was a phrase that I was brought up on, you can't take it with you, quote unquote, so all that is just stuff that means nothing. It's what's
Okay, so this book says, a person of understanding acts with the mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, giving up all sense of proprietorship over possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus working, such a person is not affected by sinful reactions. One who is satisfied with a gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from the dualities and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions. Yeah, do you relate to that?
I think so, yeah. I don't covet other people's things usually. That might be completely true, maybe I do sometimes, without bias, but I don't see it as being of value necessarily, ultimately, like having a bigger house or without having a car. But if I had a car, a better car, it's this constant chasing for materialism is useless.
Yeah, okay. So, Prabhuji, what is your name?
Sri Sharan.
Sri Sharan. Okay, you got the card. Okay, first you then. What is your name? Pramod.
So, welfare works?
Welfare works. Do you do a lot of welfare works? Well, you coming to this Sangha means you are doing welfare work. Yeah, Krishna consciousness is the welfare for the whole of humanity. Welfare work. Okay. Merely renouncing all activities, yet not performing welfare work by engaging in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. Yeah. So renouncing all the activities, we read renunciation, but just renunciation is not enough. But by the welfare work, by engaging the devotional service of the Lord, cannot make one happy. One who works in the devotion, one who is a pure soul, one who controls his mind, senses, is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Although always working, such a person is never entangled and can achieve supreme without the delay. Okay.
Equal.
Equal.
What's your name?
Sri Charan.
Sri Charan.
Sri Charan.
Sri Charan. So Lord Sri Krishna's Charan. Okay. Or Lakshmi Devi Charan. Sri Devi, right? Yeah. Equal. Expert. Equal. The humble sages, by the virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater or outcast. Those whose mind are established in being equal to all have already conquered the conditions of birth and death. They are not attracted to the material sense pleasure, but are always enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, the self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness, for he concentrates on the Supreme. So we should have the equal vision for everybody. Sunichaiva supakita pandita samadarshana. Those who want to be a pandit, yeah, he should see even a Brahman, yeah, and a dog eater to be equal. We shouldn't be like, discriminating among the people. We should see everyone is a soul. Mataji, what is your name?
Controlling the mind.
What is your name?
Mala.
Mala. Controlling the mind.
Mala? You do a lot of mala?
Yeah, so after you do a lot of mala, do you think you're controlling your mind?
It's called mantra, right? You do the mala chanting and mantra.
One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and is the enemy as well. For one who has conquered the mind is the best of the friends, and the one who has failed to do so, the mind will remain the greatest of the enemies. For the one who has conquered the mind, the supreme soul is already reached, and for who has attained tranquility. To such a person, happiness and distress, heat and cold, dishonor and honor are all the same. After one has controlled the mind, then he can become tolerant. He becomes tolerant, like we said, heat and cold, summer and winter, happiness and distress, everything becomes equal to him. Next, Prabhuji. Yeah, you. What is your name?
Arya.
Arya.
And silent.
Silence. You've been very silent today. Okay. Silence is very powerful. I've read this before, so I know. Okay. Of secret, I am the silence. Krishna says this, yeah, in the 10th chapter. Among the confidential activities of hearing, thinking, and meditating, silence is the most important, because by silence one can make progress very quickly. Silence means that one is always thinking of self-realization. Unless one becomes silent, one cannot think completely about the pastimes and the activities of the Lord. Silence does not mean one should not speak at all, but that one should not speak of any nonsense. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada is saying this. I've heard a lecture of Srila Prabhupada who is saying that silence means just not like just shutting up your mouth is not silence. Shutting off your brain is silence, and then thinking about Krishna at all times is the silence. Okay, Mataji, what is your name?
My name is Cheryl.
Cheryl.
What is it? Gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah.
What do you think gravity is? Is it something that Sir Isaac Newton has discovered?
Gravity, I don't know. Is it like standing something? I don't know. it's quite short.
Okay, gravity it is. G. Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. To make mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. One should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training for the mind is gravity in thought. One should be straightforward in all dealings and thereby purify one's existence. Talkativeness can be avoided by gravity and silence. Yeah? Okay.
Christine, is it? Are you Christine? Are you next?
She struggles here. I'm also a card.
Okay, you can read the
Okay.
card.
Yeah, it was modest. I've already read it.
Oh, modest.
Yeah,
It's modest for you.
For her.
For her, okay. Yeah, she is very modest. Modest. Okay. One should be very modest and must not perform some act which is abominable. Those may be failure in some attempt. There may be some failure in some attempt, but one should not be sorry for that. He should make progress with patience and determination. Mere bashfulness does not constitute modesty. One should spontaneously withdraw in disgust from sinful activities. Then one is actually modest. One who is modest does not like to hear about himself being praised. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. What is your name?
Danny.
Danny, what does your card say?
I got protected.
Protected. What do you think you're protected from?
Must be a lot. I'm being protected by the creator universe, the greatest good book. So I'll speak to that card for sure.
Protected. So, Lord of the Protector is Nrsimhadev, right? Those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in the devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Not me, it's Krishna saying this thing, yeah? Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. Those great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Alright. Prabhuji, what's your name?
Leon.
Leon. What does your card say?
It says non-violence.
Non-violence.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a violent person, so I don't want to hint at that.
Maybe that's in the previous life.
Yeah.
It can have different connotations.
Yeah. There's a lot of violence in London these days. Okay, non-violence is generally taken to mean not killing or destroying the body. But actually non-violence means not to put other into distress. People in general are trapped by ignorance in the material concept of life and they perpetually suffer material pains. One should try his best to distribute real knowledge to all the people so that they may be enlightened and leave this material world in enlightenment. This is non-violence. So when you're giving real Krishna consciousness to everyone, this is called non-violence. Not that you're not killing someone doesn't mean that you're non-violent. Okay. Prabhuji, next to you. Paramananda Prabhu.
Determination.
Determination.
What does that one mean for you?
To be fixed in what we're doing.
Fixed in whatever you're doing.
Towards Krishna.
Towards Krishna.
Preparing constantly, all the time, 24/7.
24/7. As the lamp in the as a lamp in a windless place does not waver, one whose mind is controlled remains always steady in the meditation on transcendental self. One should engage in the practice of the yoga with determination and faith and not be deviated from the path. One should abandon without accepts on all material desires born of the sensual or mental speculation, and thus control all senses on all sides by the mind. Right. It's very deep. Okay, Prabhuji, what?
Undisturbed.
Undisturbed. What is your name, Prabhu?
Premaniketan.
Premaniketan, Prabhu. What does it mean for you?
What does it mean for you, undisturbed?
There's a lot of commotion in life, isn't it? You're surrounded by commotions. And particularly your mind. To subdue the mind and kind of make it focus on Krishna. And
That is
not to be distracted by any commotions in life.
Okay. The book says, a person who is not disturbed by incessant flow of desires, like you said, that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled, but is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not one who strives to satisfy such desires. In the life, there are so many disturbances caused by own body and mind, by other living entities, and by nature, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adhyatmik. There are so many disturbances, but one who has learned to tolerate these disturbances is called undisturbed. These three disturbances, and also those who do not get disturbed with these things are like an ocean. Is like so many rivers. Like what's the name? Medway River, Thames River, so many, such a big river, huge rivers go into the ocean, but the ocean is such calm, right? We should be like that, undisturbed from the material senses and the desires coming from the sensual perception. Okay. Mukunda Prabhu. Submissive. What does it mean for you, Prabhu?
Well, it means that you should, I think to me, it means that I should take instruction from those who I think are superior to me. That I'm not, my ego has to be reduced. At least make me think that I don't know everything, that I'm not the center of the universe, and I should submit to higher authorities, knowing that there's more. There's always more intelligent people than me, already, who know more than I do. But it's making sure it's the right people to submit to.
Submit to, yeah. Yeah, and so in every single the word that you've got in the book, there is like a picture to it as well. And this one is Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, like offering obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this says, just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render services unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Having obtained the real knowledge from the self-realized soul, you will never fall again into illusion. For by this knowledge, you will see that all living entities are the part of the Supreme, or in other words, they are mine.
So, did you get a card?
No.
It's on the yeah, it's here. Yeah. So read yours. Wise. Hey.
Like the person you are.
Yes. Like the wise owl. Older and wiser.
Okay, wise says, whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without doubting, is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in the full devotional service to me. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know the perfection.
Very nice.
Okay, who is left? Yeah. Faultless. Okay, what does it mean for the Prabhuji?
to become Sthita Prajna.
Sthita Pragya.
So I have to get rid of all the negative things
In life.
that we are always bombarded with.
So Sthita Pragya. Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as a fire is covered by a smoke. Therefore, one should give up the work born of his nature. Okay, sorry, that's not right? Let me read it again. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature, even if such a work is full of fault. Yeah, so
that was a fault there.
Yeah, that was a fault there. So I am trying to be faultless as well. So Arjuna's duty, was to fight, and then he was trying to give up that. And Krishna is saying that no, he's doing a fault. He should be fighting. So he should not be giving up the work born of his nature. This is what he's saying. So when a particular type of occupation is performed for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, all the defects in the occupation are purified. That is the highest faultless action. Whatever you're doing, please do not give up. We're not asking you to shave your head and join the temple right now. Do whatever you're doing, even if it is faulty, even if you're not getting the distinction in the A levels that you're doing, or even if you're not getting the most best marketing skills that is there in the market, still continue doing the work and give the results of the work, the credit of the results of the work to Krishna. Then that the work becomes faultless, even if it has fault in it. Just remember Krishna in the mind always. Is that the last one? Okay, yeah. Prabhu, what is your name?
Dan.
Dan. Okay, what does the card say?
Peaceful.
Peaceful.
You've been sitting here peacefully for a long time.
Do you want to say anything that being peaceful?
I think it's being in harmony with your spiritual life, and in every situation as a devotee you should try to emanate peace and be peaceful with everybody, with yourself and others.
Yes. So in this book it writes, a person who has given up all desires for sense gratification, who lives free from desires, who has given up all sense of proprietorship and is devoid of false ego, he alone can attain the real peace. That is the way of a spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a person is not bewildered. If one is thus situated, even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God. Okay, does everybody remember what your card says?
You can take a picture of your card if you want to.
And this might be a quality, or this might be a message of Krishna to you, that you will have to develop this quality in you, or even if you have developed, then you teach this quality to others. So everybody remembers, right, what the Krishna's message for you for today. So this is something from Bhagavad Gita to you. This is not in like the traditional way of reading the Bhagavad Gita that is there, but still it is from Srila Prabhupada's purport, the meaning to us, and exact like one single word, which is so powerful, isn't it? Everyone resonates with the card that you have, and the meanings to it as well, right? Thank you very much.
So thank you, Hare Krishna. So we did study Bhagavad Gita, but in a different way. So how was that for everyone? Did you enjoy it? Was it okay? Yeah. So you can do Krishna consciousness, but we can do it in many different ways. So sometimes to think outside of the box. Okay, so
I think they are feeling left out, so we gave one card to them.
Okay.
Okay.
One for the family.
Choose a card. Right. What is your name? Ujjwal. What does the card say? Austerity.
Well, they would just come in and you can make them do austerity.
Okay, austerity is the first topic in here. So austerity of the body consists in worship of Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and the superiors like father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. All these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty. This is the austerity.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
भक्ति वेदांत आनंद धाम की, श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, श्री गौर निताय की, श्री राधा मंडलेश्वर की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, उपस्थित समेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल, विजया एकादशी व्रतम की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glorious and all glorious, all glorious and all glorious. all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glorious Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna जय श्री देव भगवान की सत्यनारायण महाराज की शंकर भगवान की महाप्रसाद की महाप्रसाद गोविंदे ब्राह्मण वैष्णवे
Thank you so much for the both of you for a wonderful evening.
We had a great time.
It was full of actions and a lot of wisdom we learned today. Yeah, so we all have got one quality that we can meditate on. That's very useful. The announcements today. Yeah, so we have winter social meeting next week where we are gathering at our Dhanpati Prabhu's house next Saturday on 21st. It is from 3 o'clock? Is it from 3 o'clock, Prabhu? 3 o'clock next week? Yeah, next week Saturday 3 o'clock. So we're meeting next week. And we have Harinam on 27th. We'll have Harinam starting from 6 o'clock on 27th. So please come and bring more people. We'll be going on the high street of Rochester and doing Harinam. Yeah. And then we have program after that. Yes.
So the 6th of March, we're going to be quiz night. So it will be a quiz from chapter 1 and chapter 2 until verse 20. So read up, study up, because we've got a quiz night coming.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? On the 6th of March, yeah, 6th of March, there is a quiz evening. I should be leading that. And it's chapter 1 and plus 20 verses from chapter 2. So hopefully the syllabus is not going to be too tough.
Well, I mean, my knowledge is going to be that hard.
Okay, that's fine. So please just become familiar with the chapter 1 primarily.
It will be a team event, so
yeah.
you can get your team members to all study part each.
Yeah. And it's going to be open book, so you can use it.
Yeah. So you can cheat then. We don't do that at posting, you know.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming today. Hari Bol.